welcome to Home Farm. Today we'll be trying out a new sustainable pet food from Aardvark and seeing what Olive and Leopold think of it. So we have two cats. We have one male rescue cat who's about 6 years old, I think, and his name is Leopold. And he is quite a fussy eater.
He is.
He's quite particular about flavors, about textures, and
biscuit size even.
Yeah, biscuit size in particular, he's quite fussy about. And then we have Olive, who is our 2-year-old British Shorthair.
Who doesn't suffer from the same problems.
Oh, we wish. Yeah. Olive eats just about anything and everything. Particularly anything that she's not supposed to eat. So that's Leopold's food, or anything that she finds on the floor or on a counter or anywhere that she's hunting around that she decides looks tasty, and she'll give it a go.
It'll go down the hatch.
So also Olive being a British Shorthair, they are bulkier cats than Leopold is he's a mixed breed, but he is a lot stealther. His build is a lot sleeker, just from his breeding and from his line. But Olive is a more robust, rotund shape of cat, and so we really have to watch her weight. Typically the flavors that we give them both is things like tuna and salmon flavored things, or chicken. We really avoid beef flavored, lamb flavors, the gamey flavors. We avoid those just because of Olive's sensitive tummy, and Leopold just won't touch those kind of flavors. He is really a tuna, very kind of simple.
He doesn't like stuff that's too rich.
Yeah, he likes it as light as possible. So we were both really curious when we heard of this new pet food from Aardvark. It's a sustainable brand. The packaging, the food, the manufacturing, the whole process is sustainable and planet friendly. And these are cat biscuits. They also have a dog range as well. And these are the cat biscuits. And the protein is made from insect meal.
That's right.
This one has no sugar, no salts, no additives, no preservatives, nothing like that, which I think is really what we're after.
Definitely.
And it's basically, the insect meal is blended with sweet potato, with pulses, fruits, and herbs. In the botanicals, it's got cranberries, chia seeds, fenugreek, blueberries, spinach, yucca, seaweed, rosemary. Quite a good variety of things, and it's got a lot of good vitamins as well. So I think that this is going to be really interesting.
So apart from the nutritional benefits of what you just mentioned, Dan, the fact that they use this insect meal, it's as you said, high in protein, and it's actually that protein that lends itself towards sensitive gastro systems. So we're hoping that, so basically it says it's hypoallergenic, so it's hypoallergenic for that reason. So we're hoping that this is actually a lot more gentle on Olive's tummy. It
also came with a couple of leaflets, just telling you about portions and what kind of portion you should be giving each animal, so based on size, so small cat, medium cat. So this is the 850 gram bag. It feels quite heavy.
It's a decent sized bag.
So I'm curious to open it. So let's get it open and see what these kibbles are like. It's got kind of like a neutral kind of smell to it. I kind of want to say it smells like a grassier version of a digestive biscuit. The kibbles are really nice. They're small and round and flat. They don't have any oily feels to them. I think some of the kibble that we've had before from other brands, when you rub the kibble in your hand, you can actually end up with a very oily film. But these are very, very dry. There's no oiliness to them. And yeah, let's give it a go.
So we've been using the Aardvark biscuits now for 2 weeks. Both Olive and Leopold have taken to them. They're absolutely loving the new biscuits.
Yeah, I was really impressed actually, and I've got to be honest, I was skeptical. Insect biscuits are not a common thing at this time,
Yeah, true.
but it is kind of groundbreaking, and so I was a bit skeptical, especially because Leopold
He's very fussy.
He's fussy, and you know, we don't. The thing is with cats, and we've had a lot of cats over the years, haven't we? And they're really decisive. You know, they'll go for something, and they'll sniff it, and they'll eat it, and they'll eat all of it, and that's it.
That's true.
Or they'll go over, sniff it, look at you like you're absolutely crazy, give you the filthiest look, and walk away, and they won't even touch it. And I did actually buy some soft food for both of them, which, you know, came with all the good labels saying, you know, how it was, you know, no additives, no sugar, and I got them the flavors they liked, and it was soft food, and I just thought it's going to be a winner, it's going to be a sure thing, and we put it down. And Leopold walked over. I don't even think he sniffed it. He walked over, looked at it, and I tried it with him 3 times, and he wouldn't even touch it. So, you know, you can't force cats and dogs to eat stuff that they don't want to eat. You just can't.
We've been through so many biscuits over the course of the last few years for the cats.
Yeah.
And Leopold in particular, once he gets his favourite, it's very difficult to actually get him off. Olive, like we said at the outset of this video, actually doesn't mind. She'll just, whatever, it's a biscuit, fantastic, I'll have that. Give me some more of that, please. But, you know, Leopold is a lot fussier.
Yeah.
And he's now gotten to a point where we're giving him his old favourite biscuits.
Yeah.
And he's kind of going, well, you know, can't I have some more of those Aardvarks?
Yeah, that's been the most, I think that's the most impressive thing about it, was exactly as you said. I know, you know, we do know his favourite biscuits, and you know, the fact that now he's actually switching away from his favourite biscuits to these, it just goes to show that I think that they're going to be with us for a long time.
I think so.
And that's it. You know, the cats do choose what you end up buying them, because it's pointless buying them something that, you know, you might think is cheaper or better or higher quality, or that you want them to eat. But if they're not going to eat it, they're just not going to eat it. Once they choose it, you're kind of forced to buy it because you know that they're going to eat it and it's not a waste of money. So yeah, they're really loving it. I really like the fact that they're not oily and greasy.
That's true.
I don't know why, but I kind of feel like when I feel an oily biscuit or an oily kibble, for me it's kind of like humans having oily crisps. Like when I get, and we do eat crisps, but you know, we get a good bowl of oily crisps, and you kind of think, well, you know, if those things kind of lead to GERD or reflux, or they're not good for your, you know, your digestive system having all that grease. And I kind of feel the same with the cats. And we did have an episode last year, didn't we, when he was on quite greasy biscuits, Leopold in particular, and he went through a few months of being sick quite regularly, and we didn't know what was going on.
That's true.
Which is why we switched him back to his you know, his favourites. But these ones he's just taken straight away. There has been absolutely no issues with any sickness, no regurgitation, no kind of refluxing, nothing like that. And Olive's tummy, she is, you know, a dustbin, but she's really sensitive, and she can get upset tummies just at a drop of a hat. And she has been totally stable on them. No dodgy tummies with her. She's been great. So yeah, it's a win-win.
I think so.
I really struggled buying the soft food a couple of months ago, because I kind of said to Mars, in a kind of exasperated, sarcastic, kind of jokey way, but there was a bit of truth to it. And I kind of said, you know, what nasty stuff do we want to give the cats this time? Because, you know, with soft food in particular, you've got the choice of kind of chicken, or typically these are just being generalistic here. Chicken flavors, salmon flavors, tuna flavors, those are your kind of mainstream flavors. I know that you can get, you know, duck and lamb and all that kind of things, but the typical go-to ones. And I just said to Mars, you know, so we're going to give them chicken, and, you know, even if it says free range, we know that free range chicken is not free range chicken. It's not outside. It's in IPUs and intensive farming barns, where they might have a hatch that they can go out for, you know, 10 minutes and come back in, but they're typically raised in barns. they will be pumped with antibiotics, hormones, all those kind of things. It's going to be very unpleasant, and that's the quality of chicken that's going to go into cat food. Let's be honest. I mean, it's not going to be you know, gourmet chickens or special breed chickens that's going to go into cat food. Then you've got salmon. Okay, well, salmon has got salmon lice.
And it's farmed, and we're not going to get into the specifics of it, but it's not great.
It's not good. So, you know, salmon's not great for them. Then tuna. Okay, so tuna, that's filled with mercury most of the time. It gets really depressing, and you kind of think, well, oh my God, what am I supposed to give them that I know is going to be healthy? And I did get to the stage where I even kind of looked at the vegan kind of foods, but I do really feel that they should be having some kind of protein. And I would still be open to vegan foods later. At this stage, I think that the insect food really appealed to me. I kind of thought, well, it makes sense. They do want to have, I mean, they run around and eat, they pick up spiders from the corner of the room and start eating them.
Cats are carnivores, right? So, you know, to put them on a diet that's exclusively vegan or vegetarian or, you know, vegetables.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel
it's
about
not
it.
completely, I don't think, great.
Yeah.
At least they're getting the insects in this instance, which is an insect protein.
I think it's great.
I mean, olive, leopold, they run around, they, you know, eat spiders, bugs.
Yeah.
You know, leopold's not averse to being down in the field and catching a vole. You know, it is part of their makeup, and that's what their systems require.
Yeah, no, that.
So I do think that this whole insects-based food,
I think it's great.
Is a winner.
I think it's a winner, and I think it's great for the environment in the fact that it's a controlled, sustainable food source. I think that it's great because at least we know that at this stage the insects are not contaminated with anything. You know, who knows in 10 years' time if that's going to be a whole other conversation. But at the moment, you know, it's a good thing to kind of go to. I think it's a good alternative. I think if I was going to ask Aardvark to do anything differently, I think I would ask them to keep this range as it is. But I would really love them in the future to bring out an additional range, which I think would be more in the dental range of things, which basically just means it's a bigger kibble, so that the cats really have to kind of crunch down on it, and it helps remove plaque in their teeth. I would love if they had the range they've got now, which is kind of daily range, and then they also have just a bigger kibble for a dental. Then I think that would tick all my boxes, and I really wouldn't need anything else, you know, other than, you know, soft food treats every now and again.
It is actually quite interesting because Leopold does enjoy a bigger biscuit. Just typically, I think he likes to crunch through the biscuits. We noticed that for the first few days when he was on the Aardvarks, there wasn't a lot of crunching going on. He was almost swallowing the biscuits full. But now I've noticed as the days and weeks have gone past, he is actually crunching them now. So it's almost like he's adapted his mouth to just crunch on the smaller biscuits. And I think it's a good point because there are going to be other cats that do like the bigger kibble, just more comfortable with that. So an introduction of something like that to their product range,
I would love
could be great.
I would love it. So we're going to continue with them?
I think so.
I think so. I like companies that are innovative. I like companies that are small. I think another thing that we found over the years with these cat food companies is that you get these small business cat food companies that come up with really nice quality cat food, and then within a couple of years or 5 years, if they're successful, they've been swallowed up by a mainstream big, you know, kind of
FMCG company or
and they've been purchased and swallowed up and incorporated, and it's no longer the original recipes, it's no longer the original quality. So I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that Aardvark can, you know, just hold out and just continue to be independent and really stick with their core ethics and values, because I think that they're really onto a winner here, and I think they've got some really good innovative ideas. And you can hear Olive playing in the background. I like the packaging. I like the way they present themselves. I like the information. So I think that they're really good. I really like them.
And you can actually buy their biscuits on a subscription model, which means that you can basically subscribe to them and receive a bag every month.
Cool.
Which is quite convenient if you don't have the storage space to store loads of bags. You know, you can just get onto a monthly basis where they just keep restocking on a month by month basis.
So if you've tried Aardvark for your pets, please leave a comment below and let us know how you're getting on with it and what you think, and whether you're on the subscription model or not. And I hope you found this video useful and interesting, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and we hope to see you on our next video. Thanks for watching.